Welcome back to a very special episode of The Good Talk. Today I have my sister on this mini-sode. I recently heard someone call one of their episodes mini-sodes because it's a shorter episode. So this is what I'm going to call this one, a mini-sode. And I'm having my sister on here, which is she's visiting from Texas with my nieces, my two gorgeous little nieces. They are in studio here watching this right now, but they are visiting, and this is the first time they visit me in over 10 years. I wonder why. But she is here, my sister, Deana. So I'm going to let you give a little introduction about who you are and what you do in Texas and what do you do in Texas? So tell us, introduce yourself.
Hello, guys. First of all, this is an amazing studio. I'm proud to say, to call this my brother. It's an amazing studio here in LA. So yes, I am. I live in Texas. I currently work for PNC Bank. I'm a business analyst, and I'm also a business owner. So that's what I do pretty much at home. I have my two daughters, Denise, she's 18. Demi, she's about to be 8 tomorrow. So we're celebrating here in LA. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do over there. I also like bodybuilding. I'm into the bodybuilding life, I guess, and I love working out. So that's what I do at home.
Nice. So how's life in Texas? What other stuff do you do other than mom, gym, and work?
Texas, it's a nice state. We like traveling whenever we get the chance to. That's pretty much, there's a lot of hot spots over there in Texas, Austin, Houston, San Antonio, Dallas. We like to travel whenever we get the chance to.
Okay. So I want to take this opportunity to just kind of maybe take it back and talk a little bit about our history, maybe a little bit about our childhood and where we came from. So we basically were born in Mexico, Cuauhtemoc, Chihuahua.
That's right.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, Deana. Let's talk about is there anything you have to say about our upbringing and any memories from our childhood that you have?
I feel like we've come a long way. In Mexico, I love Mexico, Cuauhtemoc, Chihuahua. That's where we were born. We lived part of our childhood in Mexico. So I have a lot of good memories, growing up in Mexico is just a very different upbringing, from the life that we have here in the U.S. We did become U.S. citizens, residents, and then U.S. citizens. So we do have a dual citizenship, which is awesome. It's an amazing feeling to have that dual citizenship. But yeah, overall, growing up in Mexico and then starting a life here in the U.S. has been an awesome experience.
Yeah, so we moved here when we were, I was probably 6, 7 years old.
Yeah, we were about 5, 6.
So you were only 10 months older than me, which is crazy. So you're only 10 months older than me. But my whole life, it's always felt like you were a lot older than me, way older than me. Yeah. Because for whatever reason, you just matured so much faster in our lives. The fact
that I became a mother at a young age made me have to, step up my game and becoming an adult. I had Denise when I was 16. So I feel because of that, I've had to, pretty much had no option but to grow up, Mm-hmm. Either I grew up or I grew up. So yeah, but I feel like that's me going through that at such an early age has made me the person that I am today. So although it's been rough to be a mother at such an early age, I feel like that's what's pushed me and given me the drive to want to succeed and just become more, for them. So I have no regrets.
Yeah, so no regrets. Regrets. So yeah, you had Denise at 16 years old.
I had just turned 16.
And
yes.
I remember that.
I had just had my quinceañera.
I was 15. My older sister was pregnant. And I was like, whatever. I guess it's happening. So you got pregnant at 16 and then Denise was born. Denise, and that was wild because you basically moved out and I was just kind of left there with mom at that point.
Yeah.
So you moved out with your then boyfriend.
Correct.
At the age of 16, which is so crazy
Starting
to think
life
about
at
now.
that age, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
you're
much.
basically starting life at 16.
I was actually still in school. So I finished I graduated from high school, then continued with college, which is another thing that was a big struggle for me to finish college and get my degree. But yeah, had to
Yeah.
grow up. It was either I grow up or I grow up.
Yeah. Yeah. And so then right after that, I also graduated college, and then I decided to leave Laredo. That's our hometown where we grew up in. I decided to leave Laredo to go off to college. What do you think of me leaving like Laredo and going off on my own at such a young age?
I mean, I think you saw me doing it, so you were probably like, I have to get my life going on too. But then when I saw you, when I saw you graduate and I was being a mother and, trying to just figure out life, I saw you graduate. And honestly, that was an inspiration to me because I was like, hey, my brother did it. Like, I have to also do it. I'm the oldest. And I always thought to myself, like, just because I had a child at such an early age, I didn't want it to be a reason or an excuse for me not to finish with my college. That was a dream that I always had. I was always very invested in school, in my high school years, always in advanced classes. Like I considered myself to be a nerd. So I didn't want for that to be a reason for me not to finish that, So I saw you doing it and I was like, you know what? It's such an inspiration to me. And I just pushed myself. What should have taken me 3 years, 4 years to finish. Got my associates in business and business management. It took me 10 years to accomplish. But because I was going at such a slow pace because of, Denise, and then later on came Demi, it just slowed me down a lot. But I'm just proud to say that I was actually, able to finish and get it done.
Yeah.
So seeing you do it, I was like, you know what? I have to do it. I have to push. And it was just one of my dreams to do.
Yeah, and you accomplished that. You
Yes.
actually graduated here in California.
Yes.
And you came out here with the girls a few years ago. That wasn't that long ago.
That was in 2019.
2019.
Yes.
Yeah, you came out here and you graduated, and I saw you graduate, which is
and they
awesome.
saw me graduate, and they know the struggle. They've known my struggle. They've been, there along with me, and along with my family, and close friends. My sister Linda, my mother, my best friend Miriam. They've been through it, and I couldn't have done it without like everyone's support, to be honest.
Yeah, and I left, so I was kind of like out of the picture doing my own thing while you were also like racing your kids, doing all that. But what type of advice would you give to like a younger mother or someone that is going through that right now, right? Is maybe pregnant and they're in like their teenage years. What type of advice would you give them to give them some hope, because that's a really hard thing to do at such a young age. So what type of advice that you learned that you can give?
Honestly, just keep going. Don't stop. Even if you think you're going at a slow pace and you don't see that finish line, if you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, just keep going, because that light will eventually come. As long as you don't keep going, and that just goes for everyone, any goals or dreams or anything that you have in life, consistency, keep doing it, and you'll eventually get there. If you really want something, if you really, 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 truly want it in your heart, and if you work at it and if you keep going, it's going to manifest. You're going to, it's going to work. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of not stopping.
Mm-hmm. Besides having your girls, what's one of your proudest moments in your life that you have achieved?
I guess going back to getting my degree, that was like a big milestone to me, just because of the fact, I guess nowadays it's a lot of people see it like it's such an easy thing to obtain, because, you see everybody getting degrees left and right, or a lot of people don't even consider it being a goal or, something that they want to attain. But I think for me, it goes down to like the work that it took me to get it. You know, it was a lot of sacrifices. So a lot of people might see it as just a degree. Anybody can get that. Yes, but it's just the all the setbacks and the sacrifices that I personally had to go through to obtain getting that. So that's one of my biggest accomplishments.
Yeah. It's the meaning behind that degree.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's not even the paper, because anybody can do it. Like, honestly, anybody can do it. It's just what took me to get that is what I see in it.
Yeah, and so we do have my nieces here in studio, Denise and Demi. You guys want to come in and say hi real quick? This is Demi. Say hi.
Hi.
And this is Denise. Denise is 18 years old, which is wild. Like we mentioned,
a grown adult.
Like we mentioned, my sister had her when she was 16. So now it's been 18 years since that happened, which is wild to even think about. So say hi, Denise.
Hi.
She's taking off to college, hopefully next year.
Get lower so you could be in the... There you go. Yeah, so you're going to college?
Yes, I am going. I'm planning to go to college next year.
What are you going to study?
I want to study to be a labor and delivery nurse. Hopefully.
She's going into that medical field.
Yeah, are you going to stay in Laredo or are you going to go somewhere else?
I'm planning to go into San Antonio.
San Antonio?
TSA, yes.
For college? Wow. That's awesome. I love that.
Yep.
Cool. Well, say hi, guys.
Get out of Laredo.
We went to, get out of Laredo. Please don't stay in Laredo. That's what I did. I think one of the biggest things that I did in my life was moving out of that city, not just Laredo, but like moving out of the city that you grew up in, because that really, it shows you different types of, different culture. You get to experience different things, meet different people. You're not always stuck in the same bubble of where you are. Because I feel like that does hinder your growth as a person and just an overall in general. So I would just advise young people to just kind of keep an open mind to like explore more of the world. Don't just always think about staying in that same place that you grew up in, because that's kind of how you get stuck, and obviously everyone has different lives and different scenarios. But my advice would be to, go out there, explore, figure out who you really are as a person.
Yes.
And that's really going to make you grow more. So I'm really proud of you that you're going to go to college in San Antonio. And I wish you all the luck. And I'm so proud of you too. And what about you? What are you going to do? What grade are you in?
Second grade.
Oh, you're second grade? What are you going to do when you grow up?
I don't know. Be something.
Like what?
Like be a firefighter.
You want to be Princess Peach?
No.
You want to be a firefighter?
Like Bill Charlie?
You want to be a firefighter? Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you'll change your mind in like 2 hours. But cool. Well, we went to Universal City yesterday. What did you think of Universal? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing?
The studio tour.
The studio tour? Yeah, that was fun, right? Yeah. And then we're going to the beach today. You excited? Denise, what was your favorite?
Nintendo World.
Nintendo World?
It was new and yeah.
Yeah, and this was your first time at Universal Studio, right?
Yes, first timers.
Yeah. All right, girls. Well, thanks for coming
Thank
into.
you. Bye.
All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. And, this is just a little mini episode. You're visiting, so I just wanted to have you on here and kind of shoot some stuff while you're here and kind of do this because, you don't come here that often.
Yes, definitely.
First podcast. Yeah. So what do you think of the studio?
Amazing. 10 out of 10, guys. If you're near LA, come swing by. You're not going to regret it. Setting is amazing. The ambience, everything. 10 out of 10. Proud of you, brother.
Thank you. And I want to say that I'm also really proud of you too, because what you've done in your life has not been easy and it's also been a struggle. Oh, yes. So you are a very successful woman with your kids and you're able to give them a great life that they probably sometimes take for granted and they shouldn't, because you're able to give them so much just on your own, which is an incredible feat. So I want to say that I'm really proud of you.
Proud brothers.
Yeah.
Found it.
Yeah. And I can't wait what else you do with your business. Let's talk a little bit about your business. What kind of business do you have real quick?
Right now it's I'm doing business in transport. So I'm trying to figure where that's gonna go for me. And then obviously there's always room for more. So I'm looking into other businesses right now at the moment.
Awesome. And we're just entrepreneurs and we are business savvy. So we're both trying to get our businesses off the ground and get some money, paper. Yeah. But that's going to be all for this episode, this little mini episode with my sister, Deana Dominguez.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, make sure to subscribe and
Follow.
check out westcoastcreativestudio.com and check out our Instagram, West Coast Creative Studio. You can book this studio on our website, hassle-free. Check us out. I'll see you guys on the next one, and
Cheers.
peace out.